guys, this is the first time I'm doing a voiceover, so I'm sorry if it sounds so crusty, but yeah. So I'm gonna be reading Wattpad, and I know it's like a bad decision, but like, I'm the queen of bad decisions. Okay, so the first one is called Twisted Love by Undertale Lover 1125, and I wasn't ready for this one. So it's called like sibling love, which is illegal. And so if I'm gonna get some brain cells lost, you're gonna have to suffer with me. Okay, let's get on to it. I shuffled down the hallway, my feet, oh my gosh, what is that word, painting on the wood floorboards, and my hands shoved into a warm sweatshirt. The house was cold, and it clearly isn't helping that I had wet hair. In fact, it made me think about turning and running back to my warm bed. Okay, so I get that a lot. Anyways, where was I? I shook that out of my head. I was on a mission. I had to be focused. I peeked around the corner to where That's not how you... Okay. Never mind. My mother's sleeping figure laid. I tiptoed past and slid into the kitchen. I could see it. I could almost taste it. Before I would know it, I would claim my prize. I can't speak. A yummy midnight snack. Oh, that's good. I grabbed the Pop-Tarts off the shelf and pulled the shiny packet. That's not how you spell packet, but okay. Out. I tugged at the corners till it ripped open and a fragrance of heaven emerged. I sighed. Dang, this is gonna taste delightful. I took the little frosted tart, oh, those are good, of the package and took a bite. I felt the smooth, yummy frosting cover my mouth with the filling not that far behind. I gobbled the rest of the tart and took a swing of mild I had poured out before resuming my Pop-Tart attack. I stuffed the rest down and changed the rest of the milk before turning to leave the scene of the crime. I creeped back around my mom and tiptoed up the stairs. I passed my older brother's room and snuck into the bathroom. Mom will kill me if I got a cavity, so I took my little blue toothbrush and slapped a dot of a paste onto the brush. I popped it into my mouth and scrubbed my teeth. Liz eating Pop-Tarts at midnight again. I snapped my head to the door, and sure enough, my dim-witted brother Zach was at the door. Don't you dare tell Mom, she will kill me. And even worse, she might stop buying them. I stared him down. He looked at me and smiled. Okay, guys, it's our secret. He walked out and back into his room. I smiled. My brother was so awesome. Okay, that is so weird to say. He never told me, or tried to pick fights. He always helped me and gave me whatever I want. Okay, I took my toothbrush and threw it into the cup and ran back to my room. I pulled my soft blue sheets over my head and I dozed off to the sound of my small portable fan. I was on the edge of dreamland, but something tipped me back over the edge. Okay, I opened my eyes and I saw a crack of light through my door. It was my brother. No way. He walked to my bed and pretended to be asleep. Oh, wait, and I pretended to be asleep. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read. Where am I? Oh, my eyes were glued shut and I listened closely. He pulled his hand on my hair and played with the strands of my hair. He sniffed my hair before turning back to the door. He was done. He shut my door and crept back to my room. This was not unusual. My brother would do this a lot. Sometimes he would just peek and leave. And sometimes he would come in my bed and lay with me. Sometimes he would lay his hands on my sides. I never really liked when he did it, but it was normal, right? All brothers did it, right? I never thought much about it. And instead, I tried to focus on going to bed. But I even knew it. Before I even knew it, I was already asleep. I was awakened by my cat alarm I got when I was 5 years old. She was 5. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I lost my place again. Oh no. Oh, it made annoying loud meows, but it definitely does the job. I stretched my arms out and pulled the sheets to the end of the bed. I grunted. It's Thursday, and I have a test tomorrow. I do too, and I haven't studied for it yet. I jumped up and took my uniform out of the closet and hung it on my door. I took off my sweatshirt and PJ pants. PZ pants, yeah, PZ pants, before sliding into the warm sweater and skirt. I put on my jacket and my spelled tie wrong, but it's fine. I grabbed my school bag and ran down to the kitchen. My mother and my brother were waiting for me. I took a piece of toast and shoved it in my mouth. Anime moment. I grabbed an apple for the go. Mom. I ran outside and swallowed the last piece of toast and jumped onto the bus. Oh my gosh. My mom came outside and waved me off. My brother sat next to me and frowned. I hope she'll be alright. I looked back out the window. At this point, I don't know how she still holds this family together. My dad died a few months ago from brain cancer. Oh, that sucks. That's sad. I feel like he went on a trip, but he's not coming back. Okay, that's sad. He's dead. My mom grew depressed, and me and my brother had pulled her back to the surface. She hit rock bottom. She wouldn't go to work, and she eventually lost her job. Me and Zach wouldn't let her ruin our school life, so she got a job oh my gosh, I'm about to give up. A job a nurse at a company hospital and sometimes community hospital, and somehow it is making a good amount of income. But she's not really happy. She won't even sleep in his room she won't even sleep in his room anymore. I look back to Zach, and he had a little white book in his arms. His eyes rolled along the page, and he seemed glued to the page. I peered over his shoulder and read a few words before he slammed the book shut, and I jumped. What was that for? He looked out the window and ignored me. I frowned and looked at my toes. Okay. You could see my pinky toe peeking out of my 3-year-old shoes. They were worn out and needed to be replaced, but Mom believed in using things for 1 year and throwing them away when they got a tiny scratch. She said I could get a new pair when they broke in half. So I sat looking at my shoes and wiggling my toe. The bus rolled to a stop, and I look up. My brother grabbed my arm and pulled my bag with me. Zach pulled me off the bus, and my scarf flew behind me as we ran the entrance of the school. My brother always did this. He walked me to my locker, gave me a hug. Zach hated leaving me alone. I gave him a goodbye and waved, and headed to my first period bell math. I sat at my desk and took out my pen. The teacher came to the front of the class when the bell made a loud ringing sound. I watched her small hands grip the whiteboard marker and was captivated into her equations. I truly love math. It was the only thing I was good at other than playing the piano. Ooh, nice! My pen wiggled around my paper, and my brain was on high alert. I waited for my teacher to write the next problem, but I was ripped out of my thoughts, oh my gosh, by a sharp sting on my back. I turned to see a group of 3 girls. One had blonde hair. Oh no, not the blonde hair. The other 2 were brunettes. No way. They had fancy jewelry, and their hair was up in pretty braids and buns. Material girls. Oh, sorry. Guys, I have a habit of popping my fingers. They laughed, and I turned around. It might have just been an accident, right? I turned back around. I took my pen back to my paper and went back to writing before I felt a worse, sharper pain to my head. I turned around swiftly and put on my best bad bleep face. No bad words though. Can you not do that? The girls looked at me, and one to the left laughed and whispered to each other. Why do you do that? With your brother? The girls went back to laughing at me, and I frowned. Yeah, it is kind of weird though. What do you mean? I was confused. What do they mean by me and my brother? The girl smiled. It's like he's like overprotective of you. Are you guys into incest or poop? The girl laughed, and I felt my heart drop. Wait, isn't it normal for brothers to be overprotective? Not like his overprotective, but isn't it like... continue on. I felt my heart drop. The teacher seemed to notice. That's not how you spell notice, but our conversation and make a swift mood. That's enough, girls. I believe you had your fair share of fun, and that's not appropriate to discuss in class. The teacher frowned at me and the other girls, and she almost looked at me disgusted. I would too, but I'm not an evil person, right? Was that wrong? Does she think it's my fault? The whole rest of the day, I tried to shake off what happened earlier, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. What was wrong with my brother? He's nice and acts like a normal brother, right? No, he doesn't. Okay. Anyways, he tells me he wants to take care of me and protect me. Well, whatever. Those girls are just jelly. Jelly, guys. I stormed to the West High School Hall by the dog poster and water fountain where me and my brother meet up for lunch period. I played with my plastic black bag lunch. And where do I run? I run my foot back and forth along the red carpet floor of the fancy hall with chandeliers and preppy schoolgirls and boys doodle around the hall trying to get some girl's number. That's weird. I sighed and looked back down to my bag. I waited another minute and I felt a light tap on my shoulder. I smiled and turned around. Where did I turn around? Oh, I turned around expecting to meet eyes with my soft and kind brother, who I could have ranted about my problem, but instead I was met. I bit my cheek. Sorry. Was met with the girls from earlier. They looked infuriated, mad guys. And I took a step back. One of the brunette grabbed my polo and they dragged me outside. I felt adrenaline flow through my body, but I couldn't do anything. My body went stiff. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight, even if I had tried. They took me out the door into the back parking lot, and the blonde girl grabbed me and pushed me onto the ground. No, the nerve. I tried to jump up and defend myself, but one of the girls kicked me in the mouth. No way. I felt the iron taste of blood. Dang, that's bad. I spit out a tooth, leaving a gap in my front teeth. Oh no. That's bad. The girls laughed, and I felt tears rise. My face heated up in anger. You bleep. So she said kind of like the F word and then the A word. So I murdered under my breath. One of the brunettes heard me and kicked me again. Dang. But harder this time. They collectively laughed and I continued to be beat up. Why was I so weak? I felt a sharp pain in my neck and almost threw up. Okay, that's sad. The world started to become dizzy and my mouth and my voice pushed for a scream, but nothing came out. I saw darkness and lost all consciousness. I heard a yelp from one of the girls, but it slipped my mind and I gave into the dark. I woke up a few hours later in my room. I was tucked into bed and a glass of water and crackers were by my... What? Were by my bed. I had a bandage around my head and the nasty blood taste remains were still in my mouth. I turned to get a drink of water to wash the taste away. I took the glass into my hands and took a long sip of cool liquid flow down my tongue and throat, soothing me. The glass had ice in it and was far from room temperature. Looks like it was filled not too long ago. Dang, that's detective skills. I felt an arm wrap around me and a few shuffles come from behind me. I turned and met eyes with my brother. That's kind of weird, but I'm not going to say anything about it. He smiled and put a hand up to my cheek, rubbing the bandage softly. So I can't speak. Softly. I closed my eyes, and he pulled me into him. He smelled of cologne and faintly of our school. He pushed my chin up. Okay, Riz. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. And I opened my eyes curiously. He winked at me. What? And pulled me into his face. Our lips touched and I felt sparks in my stomach. What? He licked at my lips and I had no idea what to do. I tried to speak, but before I was able to say any words, he slipped his tongue into my mouth and swirled it around. Oh no. Oh, excuse me. I stare. These people can't spell. At his closed eyelids, unable to make any movements or notice. I tried to make a sound, but all that came out was a moan into Zach's mouth. I'm so sorry, Shortcake. I should have told you sooner. Those dumb blank girls and their sick ways of torturing people. I began to speak, but no words came out. Wait, what? Why can't I talk? Okay. What did I just read? What? Well, I'm not reading that ever again, but if you guys do want to read it on your own, please check the description. The link will be there. Please comment down below if you want any more, and if you want to see me suffer. Love you guys. Goodbye.